Shalom, shalom. Our praises, glory, power unto the Most High, the living God Yahawah, through His Son, Yahawah, Mashiach, shalom, 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 shalom. We're going to address this one right here. Bear with me. I'm going to put this thing down very fast. Okay. That's the fourth episode. Okay. Fourth episode. Okay. Fourth episode of Lamentation. Fourth episode of Lamentation. Okay. Of Lamentation. Chapter 2. Lamentation 2 of Jeremiah. Of Jeremiah. So bear with me. Bear with me. We'll be right back at it. Of Jeremiah. Our praises to the Most High. Shalom, our praises, honor, glory, power to the Most High, the living God Yahawah, through His Son Yahawah. Shalom to all the brothers out there. Shalom to all the elders. Shalom to all the Israelites out there risking your life doing the work of the Most High. This is Jacob trouble, man. Jacob trouble. This is Jacob trouble. This is a time of mourning for our people. We gotta get ready. We do understand. We know according to the prophecy, most of our people, they don't want to hearken. They don't want to listen to the Most High. They do not want to keep the commandment of the Most High. They want to continue in the same weakness that they be doing, they were raised up into. They want to continue in the same thing. Therefore, the Most High already said, well, 2/3 got to go. So 2/3 of our people, they got to go. That's the Most High, that's the Most High. Sometimes I don't understand. We get emotional because, you're preaching, you're bringing out the word to the brother or the sister, they want to hearken. It is what it is. So without any further ado, let's go in the book of Lamentation. So this is Jacob trouble, man. Jeremiah 30 and verse 7. Jacob trouble, right? Let's just go over there first and foremost. Let's read it. Because you see everything going on the earth today is because of us, man. Everything happening on this earth is mainly because of us. Because of the 12 tribes of Israel, the Most High start visiting the earth. The Most High is waking up the elect. Those that were chosen from the beginning. The Most High is visiting the earth right now. A lot of people don't understand. But the Israelites, they know. All the camps you see out there, man. Hey, shalom to you, brother and sister out there. Shalom to all the camps, all the brothers, those that are doing the work of the Most High. Solo, individually, with groups, with people. Shalom to all you. Blessing from the Most High. Blessing to you. This is the brother Frankie, or Gondra for some of you. I'm going to read. This is the book of Jeremiah chapter 30 and straight up to the verse 7. It says, alas, for that day is great. Which day? The Most High is performing this work. For that day is great, so that none is like it. None, no other day will be like unto this day. Unto this day where the Most High is going to do this miracle. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. This is Jacob's trouble. This is the main reason why you notice YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, you name it. They're persecuting us. We're getting warning, our video being taken down. I got my video taken down by YouTube. All praise to the Most High. Because you can't expose the truth. When you expose the truth, then you're the bad guy. But when people go do evil, they just use, how do you call it? They use protocols, right? They use protocol, they use semantics. Semantics, they play with words. They use protocol and semantics. And they use what? Lobbies. Because you got people literally, they understand that this thing is bad, right? It's bad for the health. But still, they got lobbies, they got people that will go to the Congress, to the Senate, to push for that, to advocate, to make sure they bring it into the public so they can do evil to the people. You see, so they're taking a video of the brother out down, man. Brother, listen, a lot of camps, a lot of brother, their video being taken down. The channel be taken down. Censorship is going on right now. This is the main reason why we got to stay put. We got to continue in the faith. The faith we got to continue doing, keeping the law, the commandment of the Most High. We should not be thinking of giving. We can't give up. We got to continue. Persecution should arise because it happened to our forefather. The prophet that were of old, same thing happened. So brother and sister, this is to exhort every one of us. This is to exhort one another. This is love, as the Most High say. Do not give up. Continue to go fight. This is a good fight. Continue to preach the good news, the gospel, the good tidings. All praise to the Most High. Right? So this is Jacob trouble, man. Right? But he shall be saved out of faith. So mainly the righteous, those that will keep the law, the commandment of the Most High, they will be saved out of it. The Most High will save them out of it, regardless of what's going to happen. Whether it be here in Babylon the Great, whether it be anywhere, the Most High will save them out of it. So let's go straight to the lamentation of who? Of Jeremiah for the nation of Israel. Jeremiah was lamenting for his nation, for he saw the destruction. The Most High revealed everything unto Jeremiah, the prophet. So let's see, we're going to go and take a look at the lamentation. So I'm right here in the book of Lamentations, chapter 2, and verses 1. How have the Lord covered the daughter of Zion with a cloud in his anger? Why? Because of sin. And cast down from heaven unto the earth the beauty of Israel. Today, we ain't even beautiful or handsome. We ain't know. And this is talking spiritual. It's very spiritual. No one will respect us. When you look on us, the so-called blacks, Latino, and Native, no one respect us. They look on us like nothing, with nothing. Right? We don't value anything. Before the nation, hey, it is what it is. We don't value anything before the nation. The nation, they hate us. They hate us. Why? Because we sin against the Most High. So the Most High is using them to smite us, to punish us. A lot of our people just don't get it. They don't get it. It doesn't matter how many times you're going to tell the so-called blacks, Latino, and Native, they will not hearken. Shalom, brother. Shalom, shalom. All praises to the Most High. All praises, all praises. Shalom, shalom, elder. Shalom, elder. Blessing to you. We appreciate the support. So our people don't want to listen. It doesn't matter how many times you bring it out to them. They don't care. Our people don't care. They love the slave master. They're scared of Esau. Our people are scared of Esau, literally. I go out there doing the work of the Most High by myself with the angel of the Most High. Northern Kingdom getting mad at me. They get mad because they see me. I got Caesar Borgia on the floor. I'm stepping on Caesar. They say, why are you doing that to Jesus? They say, why are you doing that to Jesus? You can't, that's not good. Why? Because they hate their own people. You know, a lot of people don't know. When you go research, you do study very well, you will find out there was some documentary that I watched. Now they remove it from YouTube for some reason. I think probably because we're waking up, they remove it from YouTube. I watched this documentary. I'll say, even before I came to the truth, like 7 years ago or 6 years ago. So in the documentary, Northern Kingdom, the woman, they were literally telling the daughter to not marry Negro. Don't bring into the house Negro. We don't want Moreno. Don't bring Moreno, no Negro. They told the daughter, marry Gringo. Go for the so-called white people. Literally, that's what they were telling the daughter. Northern Kingdom. Throughout Latin America. Not Central, South, or what. That's what they were teaching the daughter. And that's where you see that resentment from Northern Kingdom toward Judah, toward Benjamin, toward Levi. But they're blind. They don't know. The majority of them, they don't know what they're doing. So that's why we ask the Most High, as Christ said on the cross, when Christ was hanging on the tree, on the tree before he was taken, he said, well, Father, forgive them, for they don't know what they're doing. They don't know. So this documentary, I watched it from the Russian TV. Now, before, the Russian TV used to be a free channel where you can watch. If you just have the basic antenna in your house or what, you get a Russian TV for free. So it used to be the Russian TV, France 24, and used to be, how do you call it? It was the NHK, which is the Japanese channel. Also, you got the Venezuela TV too. And you have the last one, a good one, it was the German TV too. Guess what? Esau, he took it away. And it was also Al Jazeera. Al Jazeera, all those TV were free. I used to watch them for free. Now, you got to pay to watch them. Because me, I don't have no cable. What am I going to watch on the cable? Lie, deception, television, tele-lie. I don't want to watch that. So I just got antenna. So I just watch regular, public TV, like PBS. They show documentary cooking. I just sometimes they might show BBC News here and there, but I don't need no cable. For what? I need the Bible. That's what I need mostly. I need the Bible, the law, the commandment of the Most High. And that's what we all need. This is life. This is the book of life. So Jeremiah, he lamented over the persecution. He saw the downfall of his nation, of his people. Why? Because we sin against the Most High. The Most High told us in the beginning. Because this is what the Most High told us in the beginning. Because a lot of people don't know it. Let's go what the Most High said. We'll go to what the Most High said. In the beginning, to our forefather. Before everything fall upon us, what did the Most High say? Let's go. The Most High repeat over and over and over, but we won't listen. This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 10 and verse 12. And now Israel. So the Most High referring to the so-called blacks, Latino, Native and Sumerian Indian, according to your father, according to number 118. And according to Matthew chapter 1, verses 1 through 11 or 22, it tell you what? The genealogies of who? Yahawah Mashiach. So keep in mind, right? It's not everybody. It's not referring to the whole world. The Israelite is a chosen race, a royal priesthood. Peter, he told us, right? He said, now Israel, what does the Lord thy God require of thee? But to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his way, all the way of the Most High. Not 10 commandments. Not the 10 commandments. He said, all his way, and to love him. How do you love the Most High? You keep the commandment. You keep the commandment. What is to love the Most High? It's the keeping of the commandment. Let's go over there. So let's go to 1 John. Let's go to 1 John chapter 5. Let me see if this Bible says holding up. Because this Bible, I use it way too much that it's all torn apart sometimes. I got to grab another Bible. I do have another Bible to do what I got to do. So I have another Bible right here. I'm going to grab it quick. Let me grab that Bible and let's go to 1 John. Because what is love? Because according to our people, some of them believe that love is when you buy flowers. When you take somebody in the restaurant and you buy them flower or you buy them shoes. That's what is love according to our people. According to our people, that's what they look at as love. This is the book of 1 John chapter 5. And let's read from verses 2. He said, by this we know that we love the children of God. So you love the Israelites. So out there, for all this heathen, this nation, you're that hate the Israelites. You hate the so-called blacks, Latino, Native Indian. This is a message to you, man. Listen, man. Don't stop being hypocrite, man. You got to stop being hypocrite, right? You fake your game all day long. You plotting. You're calling us terrorist group. That's what they're calling us. The government of Babylon the Great, that's what they're calling the Israel right now. The FBI, the CIA, all the watchdog, the NSA, you name it, what they're doing. They're being watching us. They're watching our video. They're calling us racist group. They're calling us terrorists. They call all type of things. And many of our people, they're scared. A lot of our people, they're scared. They're scared. You can be scared, man. For the Most High did not give us a spirit of fear, man. No. The Most High didn't give us the spirit of fear. They got to label all this evil, name all these things. Why? Because it's part of the prophecy. We're working with who? Yahawah. So he was persecuted. He was put to death because of us, because of our sin. So keep in mind. Don't turn against your own people. Don't do that. Because the day is coming where, hey, listen, the Most High is going to start moving the spirit upon the prophet. The brother on the highway, on the byway, right now, they're fishing right now. Y'all don't want to hearken. You don't want to listen to the brother. You don't want to listen to the elders. You don't want to listen to the brother teaching the work of the Most High, and you hate them. You're bashing against them. A woman bashing at them. You're talking like all this nasty thing. Listen, keep in mind, man. Right now, they're fishing. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, 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 king. You know, they're fishing right now. They're fishing. The time will come. The Most High will move the spirit upon the brother. All these camps you see right now, all these brother, all the camps, and they're going to start hunting people down. They're going to hunt. They're going to start from the house of Israel first. The rebellions of our people, the rebellions of the so-called blacks, Latino and Native Indian women and men, they're going to hunt you down. When the Most High start moving the spirit upon this young brother you see on YouTube, Facebook, they're going to start hunting you down. Keep in mind. So do all your weakness you want. But when the time is up, when the Most High command the angel to start moving the spirit on the brother, they're going to hunt you down. So keep in mind. Keep in mind. The government won't be able to save you. 911 won't be able to save you, buddy. And your bunkers won't be able to hide you neither, buddy. Because if you go in the bunker, the Most High will send earthquake. How about that? You hide in the basement, the Most High will send earthquake. Over there, take you in the basement altogether. So keep in mind. Keep in mind and watch your mouth. The thing you say against the prophet of the Most High, those that are risking their life every day on the highway, on the byway, doing the work of the Most High, the Most High is coming at you. He's coming. You join him with the enemy to oppress your own people. You join him with the government of Babylon to oppress the so-called blacks, Latino. You bring abortion clinic into the community. You bring drugs. You bring police. You do all these things. The time is coming, man. It's coming. This is Jacob trouble, man. This is Jacob trouble. Jeremiah 13:7. But he shall be delivered out of it. The righteous brother, sister, they will be delivered out of it. Keep in mind. So it ain't going to continue like this. Some of y'all think that you want to save America. You can't save America. I have a beautiful book right here. I'm going to show you. Right. I'm working on a project that talk about the same thing too. Right. But watch this. You see this book right here? You can't save Babylon the Great, okay? You can't save Babylon. You cannot. So keep in mind, you can't save Babylon. You can join hand, make six figure, it ain't gonna happen. So keep in mind. He say, this is the book of 1 John chapter 5 verses 2. He say, by these we know that we love the children of Yahawah when we love God. So you gotta love God. How do you love the Most High? Is it by your mouth? Is it by going on to church, worship the sun on the Sunday? Is that how you serve? Is that how you love the Most High? Let's see how you love the Most High. He said, and when we love God and keep His commandments. So you got to keep the commandment. Oh, there run quick to Colossians 2:17. Paul said, let no man judge you on the new moon on the Shabbat. Oh, listen, Paul never said that. Paul is not telling you that. Actually, because you don't understand. Actually, Paul is telling you, when the brothers that were living in Colossus, they were into idolatry. They were worshiping angels. So when you go look at the history of the letter of Paul to the Colossians, these were Jews, these were Negro living in those areas. They were into idolatry. They were doing like follows of weakness, things like that, right? They were worshiping like the Greek god, all things they were doing. So Paul got to address that. So Paul told them, you got to keep the commandment. So for somebody who was not used to keeping the Shabbat, what's going to happen? When he start keeping the Shabbat, people going to criticize them. I was criticized. When I first woke up in the truth and I started keeping the law of the commandment, I was criticized. People call me, they call me, what did they call me? They say, I can't even remember some of the word. They say, oh, you know, y'all don't see the sun. Oh, so you just stay in the house. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. What kind of people? Okay, all praises. Ain't no big deal. Right? We take it. We take it. Right? Because I know the Most High will judge every one of them. Whether it be my own brother, whether it be a sister, going off against the Most High. Because they ain't going off against me. They are rebelling against the Most High, and the Most High will destroy them. So that's the thing we got to keep in mind. He said, and keep His commandments. So Paul never told you not to keep. Because once you wake up in the truth, you start keeping the law, the commandments. People will criticize you. You don't eat no pork anymore. People say, why? How come you don't eat no pork? You used to eat. You used to eat it because you be born again. You born again. That's what Yahawah said in John chapter 3. The conversation between Nicodemus and Yahawah, that was the point. Be born again. Whatever we learn in the Christian church, we got to put in the trash. Whatever we learn in this world, in this institution, we put in the trash, and then we be learning again. We learn. That's how we all did, right? He said, for this is the love of Yahawah, that we keep His commandment, and His commandment are not grievous. So if you want to keep it, you keep it. You don't want to keep it, then you don't want to keep it. It's not complicated, right? So that's how you love the Most High. And the commandment of the Most High, the law, are not grievous. So let's go back to the book of Deuteronomy chapter 10 and verses 12. He said, and now, Yeshala, Israel, what does the Lord that God require of thee, but to fear the Lord that God, to walk in all His way, and to love Him, and to serve the Lord that God with all thy heart, your mind. This is your heart, your mind, your brain. This is your heart. It's not this. Oh, like in a Christian church, they'll be putting a hand on their heart. No. Okay? According to the Bible, your mind is your heart. This is where you do your thinking. When you have headache, is here. You don't have headache in your heart. Because if you have headache in your heart, you die. Because that's a heart attack right there. When you have pain in your heart, you got heart attack, you die. Now when you have headache in your mind, right, in your head, in your heart, guess what, which is your head, you don't die. Maybe you drink water, you go take a nap, you rest, and then, you'll be refreshed again, right? So let's keep that in mind. He said, with all thy heart and with all thy soul, to keep the commandment of the Lord and His statutes which I command thee this day, for thy good, for our good. It was for our good. It's not to harm us, it's to do us good. Now let's go to the chapter 30 of the same book. Because before I read that, because I want everybody to understand. Let's go in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 30, all right? Deuteronomy 30, and we'll read verses 15 through 20. Because we got to understand, right? The Moses, He repeat this over and over and over. Through all the prophets, the Moses, Israel just rebelling and rebelling and rebelling. That's why I got to address the book of Lamentations. So we can learn, we got to lament too about the thing going on right now. To our people, to our nation. This is the time that we stop hating on each other. We got to stop aborting our baby. We got to stop listening to the wicked government. We can't go after the wicked, but we got to listen to the Most High. Act 5:29. We have to obey God rather than men. We got to obey the Most High. We got to obey the Most High, not men. Because men cannot save you and me. What men? Actually, they're praying for our downfall. That's what I say in the book of Psalm 83, in Psalm chapter 2, right? Our enemy, that's what they do. That's what they're praying for, right? Let's read it. This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 15. See, I've set before thee this day life and good. So you see the Most High, He balances everything. life and good. The Most High put life and good and death and evil. So you got what? You got life and death on one side, and you got good and evil on the other side. The Most High, He balanced all things. But people don't understand. Our people don't understand. He said, and in that I command thee this day to love the Lord thy God. So He will tell you, how do we love Him? Maybe some of our people don't know. How do I love the Most High? Do I buy Him flour? Do I sacrifice rams? He go heifer. Do I sacrifice the whole thing to the Most High? No. He is not satisfied in the mountain of sacrifice. No, the Most High is not delighting in sacrifice, but He's delighting in what? Obedience. When we obey the Most High, that's what the Most High is looking for. We humble ourselves. That's what the Most High asks. That's what He said. He will define, He will give us the meaning now. He said, come out to walk in His way, because the sentence is not over yet. In English, we learn that comma just means it's still the continuation of the same point the person is making. So how to love the Most High is to walk in His way. How to walk in His way and to keep His commandment, His statute, and His judgment, that thou mayest live and multiply. You see, it's very simple. 1960, right? There is a document, it's called, so what is the name of that document? Let me see. Maybe I can find it right here. If I find it, I'm going to share it on my screen with you. Maybe some can see. Let me see if I can find it quick. It's a very heavy article, right? It's a very heavy article. Let me see if I can find it. Right? So the article right here, let me see if I can find it. It's a very heavy article. I'm trying to record that. The title of that is called the Mochniha or Mochniha Report on the Negro Family. The Mochniha Report on the Negro Family. So in that report, these people, they were exposing all the atrocity, the thing we were going to as a nation. So in the article, we got several chapters. It was saying in the first chapter that in 1960, the population of the so-called African American or the so-called Negro, right, or the so-called blacks, it was from all the other nations that were among us. So I'm not including Esau, okay? We leave Esau alone. So I'm referring to the Chinese, to the Japanese, East Indian, the Arabs, all the other nations that were also brought on this land. They say, our nation, we were 91% of non-white, quotation, non-white, just Negro alone, we were what? 91.7% of all. From all non-white, we were more. Guess what? Today, the number is all the way down in the toilet. Fully in the toilet. It's like barely right now. We made up maybe not even 20 something or maybe 30. We were put to death on a high number. Why? Because of evil. Because of sin. Because drugs, we want to do evil. We hate each other over Gucci shoes, Versace, Louis Vuitton, things like that. We hate on each other. We kill each other over women, drug, Jordan shoes, things like that, basketball game, football, things like that. I mean, foolishness, man. Our people, man, we're very wicked, man. We're rebellious, froward children. We don't know how to do good, only evil. That's what we do all the time. So, brother and sister, this is important, man. So this is what the Most High say. But He said that thou mayest live and multiply, and the Lord thy God, Yahawah, shall bless thee in the land whether thou goest to possess it. So we are supposed to be blessed, but we receive what? The curse. Why? Because we rebel against the Most High. But, so He's letting us know, but if thine heart, like our mind, but if thine heart turn away, so that thou wilt not hear, but shall be drawn away and worship other God and serve them, which God is the Most High referring to? Christianity and Islam. Because when you look at the so-called black people, I tell you, I was born and raised in West Africa in a country where it was Judah. Judah was Benin. Benin, where you got all three tribes right there, but mainly you got Judah. Because Benin, that was the land called Judah. Right? It was called Judah in the beginning. And that was one of the main harbor for slavery. That's where they took a lot of slaves from. It used to be called, later on, the slave coast. Benin is B-E-N-I-N. That's where I was born and raised up at. Right? So, what you come to find out is like, when you go to West Africa, most Negro or so-called black right? Or Beninese, Nigerian, Ghanaian, Cameroonese. The majority is two religion. You see, is two religion: Islam or Christianity. Nothing else. You do got someone cut up into witchcraft, all these things. But the main thing that is leading the so-called blacks in West Africa is Islam and Christianity. Those are the two, and that's what the Moses is talking about. And worship other God and serve them. You see, who do we worship today? Caesar Borgia, the fourth beast, written in the book of Daniel, Daniel chapter 7. The fourth beast, which is Esau. Esau is the fourth beast that turned into what? 7 horn or 7 head, and then you got 7 horn, and then another horn pop up, which is Babylon the Great, which is the United Snake of America. Right? So let's keep that in mind. So he said, and worship other God. Because most Negro, that's what they do. Either they're Muslim or they're Christian. Either they're Christian or they're Muslim. That's what you see the Negro. Hey, go across West Africa. Ask any Negro. Ask them. Any country you go to, ask them. What do you worship? They'll tell you it is Islam or Christianity. No other than that. The majority, that's what you're going to see. You see, that's the problem. The Messiah what he told us. It's written in the Bible. It's not like we can't. It's just our leader. Those that claim that they are our pastors, our politician, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's the main issue that we're going through right now. And there's no one to tell the truth except for this young brother on YouTube, Facebook, on How on the Bible, bringing out video every day just to wake Israel up, because we caught up into war, lie, deception. This is Jacob trouble, brother and sister. He said, I denounce unto you this day that ye shall surely perish. That's what the Mosai said. The Mosai said we will perish for sure. He didn't say maybe, no. No, he said surely. As soon as we start worshiping Christianity and Islam, the Mosai said we're going to be destroyed. He said that ye shall surely perish, and that ye shall not prolong your day upon the land, whether thou passest over Jordan to go possess it. And we didn't live there longer. 70 AD, we were fully rooted out from our land and scattered throughout the face of this earth. The Mosai preserved West Africa for our forefather. The Mosai preserved America for the northern kingdom since the time of the king of Assyria, okay, Salmanaser, when the Mosai divided the kingdom because of evil, because of rebellion, unbelief. The Mosai split the kingdom into two. You see? So the Mosai reserved area unto us. But still, he sent our enemy, which flies the eagle, Esau, Edom, Idumean, against us in the Arabs or the Ishmaelite to come and destroy us and the other nation. And that's what you see on the earth today. He said, I call heaven and earth to record this day against you. So the earth and the heaven, they are witness before the Most High. That I've set before you life and death. You see, life in one hand, you got life on the right hand and death on the left hand. So right and left. So you got left and right. You got life and death, right? Okay. The Most High balance is a blessing and cursing. So you got blessing on the right hand and you got cursing on the left hand. So keep in mind. Therefore, she was like, now the Most High, he told us, he loved us so much. He said, listen, choose life. Keep my commandment, point blank, and you'll be fine. That's it. He said, well, therefore choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live. Like our children, they're going to live. If we continue teaching them the law, the commandment of the Most High. He said, that thou mayest love the Lord thy God, Yahawah, and that thou mayest obey his voice, and that thou mayest cleave unto him. We got to cleave unto the Most High. You cleave unto the Most High, the Bible, the law, the commandment, unto him, for he is thy life. Who is our life? He is the Most High. It's not the president. It's not Pharaoh of America. Okay? It's not Nebuchadnezzar of America. No. Who is our life? For he is thy life, in the length of thy days, that thou mayest dwell in the land which the Lord sware unto thy father, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, to give them. You see that? So that's what the Most High said. Bear with me. That's what the Most High said. That's what the Most